Okay, I asked for 3 cards to give me the tone for this reading or the topic, and it does seem to be a love romance reading again. The full package, everything you want. So someone is coming into view that does seem to offer the potential for commitment as well as being everything you want, and they're generous. Okay, so this is a love reading. Let's see if there are any warning signs to heed with this. Well, this reading took a big turn. It felt very happily ever after, and of course not. Well, no, let's look at all this energy in here one step at a time. So you are showing up here as being very guarded and just really holding on to your energy, your attention, your money, because you have suffered quite a bit of chaos and loss in the past, major disappointment. Maybe you've had to recalibrate your life. You've had a real transformation here, and you are now at a point where you are deciding how you want your life to pan out. You've got a lot of choices. You're sort of like the world is your oyster. How do I want to live? What do I want to happen? Now, we have the King of Cups coming in with a lot of emotion for you, offering something practical, the opportunity for long-term growth here. Making maybe a big gesture, offering a big gift even, and it sort of has you a little bit immobilized, a little bit frozen. There could be some fear here holding you back just because of things you've been through in the past. Remember, generous came out, full package, potential for commitment, and you know that might make you go, wow, the stakes are high, this is a big deal. So then what came out next was a little bit unusual. We had the 3 of Cups. Now, normally I would say that is joy, but the 10 of Swords came out, which is being shafted, being or just intense pain and betrayal. So this card is now speaking to me of multiple partners, lots of choices. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I think because this person has come along and they are the full package, someone is going to come out of the woodwork after you, someone else. The King of Swords is going to come back into your life because they've energetically picked up, or they know of, or they've heard of the King of Cups romancing you, and back comes the King of Swords, who may well have had you in a love triangle himself, or now you've got the choice of these two men. So there is this sort of third party situation that you are at the triangle apex of, with the two kings kind of vying for your attention. So this King of Swords has manifested you back into his life, and he's kind of ready to chuck it all in. He's sort of not put much thought into this. He's kind of just panicking and coming at you because he senses you getting away. So there's no plan here. This is just like full speed ahead, jump right in. Now this is why there's so much pain here, I think, because you have to let one of them down. You are going to have your wish come true, your wish fulfillment. So you are sitting pretty in amongst this. You don't have to worry. Of course, you do care about people and you do have a tender heart. So letting someone down is actually going to be quite painful because you're a good person. But there is a lot. You're going to have to really go deep within your own hidden emotions here. There is a lot that's being hidden from you. I'm thinking maybe from the King of Swords, and that, I should say, that is someone who's in their logical mind, works from their rational reasoning. They're not much in their hearts. They're all about communication. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. And King of Cups could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but really just is a masculine in their love energy with a lot of emotion and sentimentality. So you are being really advised to guard your peace. So it's whichever energy feels like it's bringing you the most peace, but there is a lot that's hidden here. So you're going to have to be quite cautious in amongst this. So don't shy away from conflict. Energies to lean away from is the 5 of Wands in reverse. So lean away from harmony, lean away from cooperation and just kind of rolling over and putting down your wands, your big sticks. No, have these disagreements, have these conflicts, get everything out in the open, state what you need to state, be very obvious. And energies to lean towards is the Page of Pentacles. So this is what anything that is grounded, solid, anything that has the prospect of future growth that you can already see is based in reality. It's kind of not this, not that I'm telling you which way to run, but the Fool doesn't feel like it is a sensible plan, whereas King of Cups came in with the big pentacle, with the big practical kind of ideas for how the future might look between the two of you. So do lean into the that tangible, practical energy of a solid commitment. Even if it's just the page, just early days, you don't need to run straight to happily ever after. But if you can see that there is a path that is well defined, that you're already quite a way down, with words of, you know, like I only want to be with you kind of words. So I'm just going to, because I'm curious, I'm going to pull some more cards for these two guys here. Okay, so this King of Swords character who's up in their mind, they can be very practical. This is a person of Earth indicated. So they may have attributes like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where they are very practical, grounded, prosperous, material orientated. They are very self-reliant with the fishing pole here. So they can look after themselves. They can look after you. They've got a lot of abundant resources. They can make stuff happen in life. They can catch fish. It's quite interesting because we've got the fish over here and the kind of fishing pole over here. I don't know if that's meaningful. The one thing I would guard against with this is it could be a bit of a lone wolf energy. Somebody who goes, it's self-reliance, autonomy. They might just be more focused on themselves, and they might not be used to factoring in another person. We got the roundabout card here. It always looks like a casino roulette wheel to me. They might be coming back around from your past, but this does indicate a big flow of communication, which is a good sign. A lot of connections, a bit of community, a bit of out and about, perfect timing, keeping it moving. The flow of information is really what was coming through to me. So, and because that is all really about communication, is swords. So there might be a lot of back and forth kind of that takes place to kind of understand where you're going, and so as you're not being caught in a roundabout, in a circular kind of spin. Finally, this King of Swords seems to have a lot of options. They are used to, like the fishing pole, where they're going off on their own to catch fish, they are used to just hitting the road and driving in whatever direction takes their fancy. So they are, yeah, they're a little bit free-flowing, roundabout being free-flowing as well. They might come in and drive off just as quickly. There is that is a slight concern about the King of Swords. Do you know what? I'm hearing that I'm going to pull some cards that he can defend himself with what he wants to say, which is something I've been doing lately. So let's do that afterwards. But King of Cups. Well, this could be somebody who is a bit of a worrier. They might get a bit anxious, and they might be, they might just be quite nervous about stuff. Now, here are two cards that tell a bit of a story. The bird in the cage, which does speak of codependency, of kind of trapping, and the fish on a hook. So this water sign, King of Cups energy, they might be so worried that they want to kind of snare you. They want to catch you. They want to feel, they might be a bit of a clinger. So you've got this guy who's like free and easy in a roundabout and hit the open road, and who knows what will happen next, and heading off on his fishing pole. This one has the opposite energy. It is because of the worry, there is the desire to kind of maybe smother you a bit, is what I'm picking up. And that might need a bit of negotiation on your part to, like, hey, you know, a bit less with the smothering. The fish hook card is quite unusual because it depends whether you're the fish or the fisher person as to what this card means. It says on it powerless, helplessness, paralyzed, vulnerable, trap. But it also says great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, and it's the resourcefulness of the fishing pole. So that is quite fascinating that both these energies have both these energies. Abundance, yeah. It's really quite unusual. But like the other king, this king also has the balloons. So they have the convertible for freedom, and this one has the balloons. So there is the opportunity here to find fun and freedom with this person. So you just have to train them out of trying to lock you in a cage. Just assuage their fears and get to this point of lightness and fun and frivolity. Freedom, success and joy. Okay, so these guys, that seems to be their characters, which isn't negative on either side, because there are some interesting traits on both sides. So let's let the guys speak for themselves. King of Swords, what would you want to say in your defense here? Or defense. What do you want the collective to know, Mr. King of Swords? Or Ms. King of Swords? So King of Swords has said they're off building an empire. They see how their focus on material things hasn't made them happy and has been holding them back from love. So they've had that bit of a realization. They are feeling divinely guided to you. They are being pulled towards you. But we got the endings card here. So I'll read you the literal words on the card, but then I will also tune into it. The endings card says, they entered your life to test you, teach you, and bring out the very best in you. Now their part in your story is over. So that is definitely one meaning. But what I'm picking up is they might be willing now, because they've had this epiphany and feel divinely guided towards you, and they've realized that focusing on the material has not brought them happiness, that they are ready to put an end to that part of their life and evolve in a more heart-centered way, maybe heart-based, emotion-based, and with communication, and with less about money and less about freedom. Maybe they're prepared to put all that to rest. Again, that would take time, so that's not something that would happen overnight. Okay, so King of Cups. Remember, that was a bit of a codependent energy, kind of wanting to keep you in a cage, maybe catch you like a fish, and because of their own personal worries. So what they are saying here, that they have spent a bit of time in solitude, and that has gotten them to a place where they've gotten to know themselves more and are on a better foundation. So maybe it's someone you know from the past, and maybe this was past energy. And there is a lot of regret here, apparently, for the way they treated you in the past. So this does really speak to somebody. Look, it could be a past life. It might be someone new that you've never met. But this card says they are having a hard time forgiving themselves for treating you poorly, and much less expecting you to forgive them. So they might be coming back kind of cap in hand, with a lot of ground to make up. And it does say that there's going to be a battle of wits here. And that's not a bad thing. I'll read it out to you. Until both of you learn to let your guards down and be vulnerable, this love will continue to be a battle. But I actually see this as a good thing, in that if there is codependency and there's worry, that you will gradually work together just to unpick all of this and to find a point of freedom. I think it's really going to be up to you to play everything slowly, take everything step by step, so that you get the true measure yourself of these two energies coming for you. It does look like you will be disappointing one of them, but just do work for your peace, and do work for step-by-step stability, and don't be afraid to have difficult confrontational discussions here, or conflicts. Be prepared to be verbal and stand up for yourself. So I hope that helps, my darlings. That was a bit of a mega one. If you would like a personal reading, Email me on orders@abundancelovejoy.com. Otherwise, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy as you navigate this romantic situation.